Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at what if Zimbabwe formed an empire. So, first let's color Zimbabwe in red. We have a nice beautiful little country here. And in the Balding Fox cinematic universe, Zimbabwe got a monarch, and he stabilized their economy. They get a new flag, and they are gonna form an empire. So, let's begin. Now, Zimbabwe's first enemy is going to be Zambia. Now, their capitals are not that far apart, and so they can pretty easily just take them. So, Zimbabwe is ready to begin. So, Zimbabwean troops begin making way to Zambia. They first off take a little bit of land here. They have overall pretty good success and are now going to do an encirclement of the capital, which is somewhere around here. So, now Zambia has lost their capital, but Zimbabwe, they're not gonna stop just yet. So, they keep on going, and they decide to split up. So they're gonna split up Zambia. They do this. They encircle this, and are now just making way to western Zambia. And everything is going pretty well until they just fully capture western Zambia, and Zimbabwe just surrenders. So, oops. So they're gonna join Zimbabwe, and here I'll just remove their borders, and boom, Zimbabwe now has Zambia. So now there is only one country starting with Z. By the way, guys, if you manage to guess Zimbabwe's size at the end of the video, then I don't know, I'll give you something cool. I'll give you the Scarf-to-Go model or something like that. Yeah. So their next target is going to be Malawi, because they need a bit more water, and the Malawi lake, it really looks like a nice piece of water. So they managed to take the capital pretty fast, and they go for their main goal to take the Malawi lake. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna completely cut off Malawi from their lake, and boom, Malawi just surrenders. So let's remove their borders. And now Zimbabwe has a bit more water, and this will be renamed to the Zimbabwe Lake. Or maybe it will still stay as the Malawi Lake. Who knows? So, their next target is Botswana. Because Botswana is quite rich, and Zimbabwe, they want a little bit of that richness too. So they're gonna make way and go to Gaborone, which is quite far. So the Zimbabwean king or monarch, I guess, just tells them to rush to Gaborone. And the soldiers do exactly that. They rush, and boom, Gaborone is taken. But since Botswana is rich, they don't surrender just yet. So Zimbabwe continues going, They continue encircling, well, not encircling, but they continue just going there. They encircle these two parts, and they just take more and more and more land from Botswana. They even go to northern Botswana, and Botswana just decides to surrender, and Zimbabwe just does a full annexation. So they remove the borders, and now Zimbabwe is looking a little bit weird, but I'm sure we can work something out. Now, Zimbabwe really wants a little bit of coastline, so what they're gonna do is they're gonna do a pretty an economical move that would be considered absolutely stupid in real life, but I mean, this is a fictional video, so stupid economical moves are gonna be seen as less stupid, and they're gonna buy this amount of land from Mozambique. Congratulations. So now Zimbabwe actually has access to the ocean. Let's congratulate Zimbabwe. Congratulations, Zimbabwe. You finally have oceanical access. And let's not forget to remove these borders. And yeah, they currently have some weird borders, but it's whatever. And what they're gonna do is they're gonna take Comoros and Mayotte. Yep, they're really gonna do it now. So they're gonna make way to Morni using their cool navy that I think is cool. So they're gonna declare war on Comoros. Wait. And now they're gonna use their navy to their advantage. So what they're gonna do is they begin sending ships and boats. Well, ships. So they manage to encircle these islands, and they fully take control of Mayotte and Comoros waters. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna go to Morni. So they managed to take Morni and they managed to take Morni and Mayotte, and both of these countries surrendered. And I mean, they managed to take Mayotte's capital too, and both of these countries surrendered. So boom. Now we have a nice little oopsies. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna do boop, boop, boop. What? Okay, that's weird, but whatever. So, okay, I don't know why this turn. It's so weird, but whatever, I guess. So, let's just ignore that they just turned yellow. And now they have islands. Good job, Zimbabwe. So, their next target is making a puppet state. What they're gonna do is they're going to invade I forgot the name, Mozambique. So they're gonna need to go to Maputo, which is quite far, but you know what? They believe they can do it. So they begin making way to Maputo, and they begin cutting off its coastline, and the other parts of Zimbabwe arrive, And they managed to do a little bit of this. Beam, boom, bang. They do an encirclement. They destroy these soldiers. And they just begin making way to Maputo. Oopsies. Wrong tools. Sorry, guys. And in a little bit of time, like a few weeks, they managed to reach the city, and Zimbabwe surrenders. So, in the peace treaty, Zimbabwe gets a little bit of land, and Mozambique becomes a puppet state of Zimbabwe. It's a sad, sad day for Mozambique, but what can they do? So, now the king of Zimbabwe, or guess monarch, feels that things are going alright, but he still wants some more countries. So he's gonna make one final invasion, and he's gonna take Namibia. So he declares war on Namibia, and now they're gonna duke it out. So they take the Namibian panhandle, which makes the country look a little nicer, and they're gonna need to go to Windhoek. So they begin by first off, he splits his army into two subdivisions, one to take the Namibian coastline and the other to take Windhoek. So the Division 2 reaches the northern part, while Division 1 just goes to the capital, and they still have time and they still need some more time because their capital is quite far away. So Subdivision 2 takes a little bit more coastline, and Subdivision 1 manages to successfully take Windhoek, as long as I know, if that's where Windhoek is. So the Subdivision 1 just stays there protecting the city, and Subdivision 2 just takes the coastline and a little bit of southern Namibia. Now Namibia is in a state of complete chaos, and they just cannot do it anymore, and they do a France and surrender. So Namibia is now gonna be part of Zimbabwe. La 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 la, removing borders. Now this is a new country. So this time I'm gonna show you the states. Okay, so these are the states of Zimbabwe. Now it's my first time drawing completely new borders, so please go easy on me. So this is just Zimbabwe, or Zimbabwe. This is gonna be called Zimbabwe, and this is where the capital will be. This is northern Zimbabwe, and they even have the Malawi lake, so it's now gonna be called the Zimbabwe Lake. This is called Western Zimbabwe, and this is just gonna be called Botswana, and this is gonna be called Namibia. This is gonna be called Eastern Zimbabwe, and this is gonna be called the Zimbabwe Islands. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and make sure to like and subscribe, because I'm gonna have something really special coming in at 500 subscribers. It's gonna be 3 mapping video specials, so please subscribe if you wanna see said specials.